don't know what DJ, I don't even know his name, Donald Jr. If he even works in Hilt anymore at the farm I used to grow at with, basically be a manager. I used to be a workman. Sales and stuff like that was never my forte. Anyhow, I just like to visit the area and pick up my mail every now and then, so I'm heading down there to do my thing. But got a lot of time to kill, so I'm just talking to people on my ride, listening to crappy music as I do always, and honestly, I'm sitting, like, I'm really upset that I have to deal with this, like, excellent timing is great, but the smoke is horrible, and I like the timing of, getting there where I'm supposed to be at by the time I'm supposed to be there. I like making my integrity, my word, what's legit, but I can't believe that I'm not able to see even the clear sky. Like, looking at the smoke in these valleys is horrible. Honestly, it's going to clear up because soon we'll be in the winter months, so we're already September 16th, halfway through the month. I can't wait till the end. I want October to be here. Yeah, my birthday month of my mother and father and sister and so many other lovely folks in my life. They all got lots of things to do. There's a deer on the side of the road. Look at that. I can't believe this valley. What a beautiful scene. All these trucks doing their work down there and tractors. I don't know. It's lots of things going on in the world these days. No one really knows. Everyone wants to listen to people talk on YouTube about it, and I just like, okay, you can do what you want, say what you want, and be any way you want, but all I want is to have cows in my freezer, buffalo too, lots of money and lots of forms so I can feel secure. My little property over by the redwoods, because that's the most secure area in the crazy area that I live in, which is Oregon, and just fascinate myself by the mushroom and mycology and the feeling of being close to the giant trees over thousands of years old, living on the coast of Oregon. But no, I don't need lots. I have very limited supply of money at the moment. Unfortunately, I spent most of my money, but I do have money, more thousands coming in, like 10K hopefully in the next few months. But my personal opinion is that I need to work the graveyard shift. Probably on October 15th, when they make me get vaccinated, I'll do a little switch and work for a company up there in Springfield, Oregon, to do about 8 hours night shift. I like to do things that are difficult in life, and I like the perspective of being able to sleep during the day when it's cool, and at cold nights be awake, working, doing things in basically the field of welding is where I'd like to get into, but I'm probably going to be a tow truck driver again and do that kind of like atmosphere of helping people, because I like the emergency roadside assistance programs, and I like the challenges of being strong and using my arms and legs. So I'm really good at like working out and doing things physically, and very much a kinesthetic person, but I do know much about how to mentally challenge myself. And academically, I'm doing University for the People, Lane Community College on the very, very small level. Like, I like community college down in Southern Oregon too, but they're not as good as the one up in Lane County. I still have to get my health insurance all figured out, because I need to get back to the psychiatrist, and I need to get my medication tweaked, and I do need to make sure that I have lots of this horrible, like, preparation that they're making you feel threatened by in the culture today, because of the vaccine mandate. And I don't need my vaccine, but I do need my immune system to be really strong, and my immune system is strong, but I personally feel like I gotta get it stronger. That means like making sure my is in, I don't want my liver to be really taxed, in other words. So like the feeling of feeling like there's a bunch of toxins built up in my liver, that's not good. So I'd like to take care of the toxic overload of whatever's going on in my body. My personal opinion is that I work too much, sleep too little, drink too much caffeine, have no time to play, don't see my daughter enough, and have little romantic interest in anyone besides my typical self being able to entertain the opinion that I need 5 or 10 years to be able to retire, and I don't think that's really possible. Just because of the things that I do and jobs that I make money at, and the skills that I have in the Bitcoin equity and trading aspect with my history has been that I lose, and now I need to win to have that become a reality in like at least 5-10 years if I want AMC to the moon or GMC to the dump or whatever the things I'm going to do. I have no idea, and I know the trends of Bitcoin over the last 3 years have shown me that there's a big percentage gain in just costs averaging in. I would like to say, like, for instance, I just got off the phone call with my friend Grant, and he's a very fun individual, and he talked about his purchase of, I think, like, I don't know, a couple $500 in Bitcoin turned into like 4 or 5K in 3 years. So that's a pretty good gain. I guess I told him possibly about it, and he learned about it and then decided to invest maybe a little bit of his asset, which is fascinating to me because I can't believe that he was able to hold on. If I just, for instance, look at the history of my perspective, I didn't have enough money. That's what my psychiatrist told me. He committed suicide, unfortunately, but he was a really cool guy, and he had a really cool family. He was a Jewish man, but he was really disturbed and depressed. I guess he committed suicide because he couldn't handle it. Life was too hard for whatever reason. I have no idea the story, but he told me I just didn't have enough money because he used to have a friend on Wall Street, and he talked about how when he was a kid, his dad used to help him, and he'd go on the floor and stuff, and so he knew perspectives that I didn't about the world of finance. And he said, oh yeah, you just shorted the market, but it went way up, and that's when my friends were, big time money saying, oh well, we're buying, and you're short, and so you're doing the wrong thing when you just need more money because you don't have enough to invest honestly in what you're trying to do. And the market is going to crash at some point. And when I talked to some people later in 2020, when the market crashed in March and everyone was buying the dip of the Dow down to 18,000, I was like, whoa, you guys are serious? You're gonna tell me that the market's going to go? My parents are talking about like down to like 14K, 20K is not at all normal. You're going to have to buy this up long term because the Dow is going to shoot back up to 24 within a couple days. Hence, I follow the people, the Palm Beach group. I paid over $5K for their subscription service. It's a lifetime one, but I got to keep it up with it. A couple $100 a month, like a year, like subscription charge. I don't do that anymore because I have me, Kevin, as my primary, person who I follow, and so I just listen to him mostly now. But they were saying basically this is the market back in 2020 that it's going to bounce. One of the people, Jason, I think I follow, he's like, this date specifically, March 21st, is going to bounce, and it basically did. I was around 1 or 2 of the days around that, and I talked to a guy at the investing firm, and he told me also like around 22K is when he's going to start buying for people in his funds. And so I looked at the market, I did some research, and I had a personal account of what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, I sold way too early. We got to 34K, and it's never going to go down much more than 27. I mean, anytime we get a crash, people buy the dip, because it's like we want to buy. Everyone does with personal finance way more than the retail investors. Just meme stocks have gone nuts. Looking at like AMC to the moon, GMC to the moon, things like that, they've gone like crazy. Anyway, I got to stop pretty soon there. Take a deep cold bath in this beautiful darn river over here near Cannonville, Oregon. And that's enough videoing for now. I'm going to go upload this to YouTube. Everyone wants to hear me talk about my life, so I'm just going to express it in the quick tone of my cold brew coffee high. I got a cold brew coffee high. It's never like this unless I try to get really caffeinated and alive in my mind. It's not like it's on fire. It's just really tired and I need to wake it up. That's what's up. Don't get down, just get low to the ground and you'll be okay if you stay in the flow. That's all I know, and I want to go in the river.